Black Friday is almost here, and in this video I'm going to show you the exact flows that you need to set up for your e-commerce brand to make the most money possible. And in case you're wondering, why you should even trust me or listen to me, here are some of the accounts I'm helping scale and grow and, actively manage emails for them. This one is going to be aiming for $1 million next month, which is in November. Same goes for this one and same goes for this one. I think this one's aiming for like roughly 700K. But again, you can see all of them have had insane growth year over year. This brand, 60% growth from email year over year. This one, 332% growth year over year. And this one, 149% growth year over year. So again, all of these screenshots are from October this year. So it's all fresh. You can see all of them are scaling pretty hard, to pretty decent levels. So these are the strategies that I'm going to show, which are going to be applied to some of 7-figure brands. So again, and when I say 7 figures, like 7 figures monthly, not yearly. So that's also a big difference. But again, these are going to be some advanced tactics that you can implement for your brand. Even if it's doing 5 figures, 6 figures per year, you can do all of that. And if it's doing 7 figures per year, then this is exactly what we're going to be doing as well. So you can easily take them and implement them. Now, starting with your regular flow setup, this is usually for what we do for most of our clients. This is the setup that they currently have in their accounts running, and these flows are absolutely printing. But the problem with these flows is that they're not tailored to Black Friday, okay? They are longer, they have more emails, and they don't have the actual Black Friday offer. This is why you would need to set up new custom flows for Black Friday specifically. And yes, I know it might sound crazy that it's gonna be just a few days and you're gonna have to set up new flows. Is it even worth do so much extra work? And the answer is yes. Even if you're doing like 6 figures per month, which is 100K, 200K, 300K per month, you still want to set up these flows just to maximize your revenue. And now this is also, if you're running Black Friday longer than let's say from the November 28th, which is the actual Black Friday day, then if you're running it for, extra few days, then you will make even more money just by having these flows live. And again, this is why you would need to have custom flows. Now, just very quickly, I'm gonna show you the exact flows you need to build. Okay, so let's start with the which flows you need in general. So the first one is gonna be welcome flow, just a regular thing, nothing too crazy, right? And again, this is even if you have the flow already set up, you can or actually should have these flows done anyways. And I'm gonna show you and explain why in just a second. But these are gonna be the flows you need. So welcome flow, then we have abandon cart line checkout. So abandon cart plus checkout. These can be the same emails, to be completely honest with you, just different trigger, and make sure you adjust the links as well. And then one more should be the browse abandonment flow, right? So browse abandon. And then last but not least, you should have a post purchase / cross sell flow. Okay, so it's gonna be cross sell post purchase, right? And normally, again, across all of these free flows, or 4, if you include the cart and checkout, I would do 5 to 6 emails each. But this one is gonna be a little bit different. So the triggers are gonna be the same as for your usual flows. The main thing that's gonna be different is gonna be the content itself. Okay. So now email number 1 is gonna be Black Friday offer plus CTA to all collections. Okay, and this is gonna be super important. And again, I'll explain all of that in just a second. Maybe let's make it a different color so it's easier for you to kind of visualize them. Maybe let's make it blue. Okay, let's remove this as well. Then email number 2 is gonna be another short CTA. Okay, so this is gonna be email number 2, and this would be usually something like quick social proof plus Black Friday Cyber Monday offer. If you're having different offers for Cyber Monday than for Black Friday, that would be only Black Friday offer. And then email number 3 would be even more urgency plus guarantees. Okay, so urgency plus guarantees plus risk reversal. Okay, this is gonna be fine as well. You just want to reverse the risk plus Black Friday Cyber Monday offer. And this is it. Okay, and I know you might be like, why do I only send 3 emails in the welcome flow? Shouldn't it be longer? No, the initial flow would have 6 emails, but this one, ideally, all of them would be design based, and then you would only run 3 emails in this flow. Now, the reason behind it is that if you're actively running Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you should be sending at least 4 campaigns a week, and that's like the bare minimum. And these campaigns are usually gonna do more than your welcome flow, mainly because they're purely focused on Black Friday, which again makes sense, and that's gonna make you way more money. But this is why this flow should be shorter. And then as for the time delays, Normally you would do like, maybe 24 hours between each, maybe 2 days or maybe even longer. But in this flow, I would honestly recommend making it like 12 hours delay, right? So we would make it like plus 12 hours, mainly because again, people are like in the buying mode, so they're buying way more, and you just want to capture this intent by sending them more emails, sending them quicker, and ultimately you would like to have custom pop-up as well, right? So instead of having your normal pop-up, you would just display the Black Friday Cyber Monday offer. And again, remember to have all of the offers or like the Black Friday offer in all of these emails. Like you can't miss it, because if you run your regular welcome flow with like 10% off, but you're running 50% off for Black Friday, you're gonna miss out big time. And then for all of the pretty much following flows, we're gonna do a similar thing. So email number one is gonna be regular cart reminder, but this is big but. We're gonna also mention Black Friday offer. Because again, if you're running 50% off, there is no reason why you should be hiding it from your prospects. Like just tell them like, hey, you left these items in the cart, plus you're also running Black Friday offer, so you have up to 50% off or whatever that might be, right? Email number two, similar thing. So really, if they abandon the cart, you want to do again, like, talk about guarantees, talk about shipping cost if it's free, right? So if it's free, and then mention Black Friday offer. And again, these emails, pretty much all of them, are gonna be way shorter than your regular flows, because this is like ultimately what's gonna be happening for the whole November, I would say. People will be reading more emails because they'll be getting way more emails from everyone, literally. So what you want to do is have your emails condensed, at least for the flows. For the campaigns, you don't have to. But for flows, make them condensed, super short, to the point, really focused on the offer. I mean, the offer has to be in every single email, and you must be mentioning your Black Friday offer in all of the emails. So this won't be like urgency, last call for the card, right? You can also play with the stock urgency. So if you have items that usually sell out quickly, you can mention that, like, hey, you left item XYZ. Usually we sell out of that during our Black Friday pretty quickly. So if you want to grab it now, just do it now, or you will probably not get it later on because it's going to be sold out. In terms of the time delays, I would honestly even go as far as saying like 6 to 8 hours time delays, mainly because if someone has abandoned cart while shopping during your Black Friday offer, they just need like way more urgency, and like they're pretty much ready to buy. They probably didn't buy because they actually got distracted or still have a few questions, but you should be acting pretty fast, especially during this period, because right now there's gonna be a lot of bars that are buying out of emotion as well, rather than like making a logical decision. They're gonna be like, okay, this is what I need, I'm gonna buy right now. And they won't be doing as much research probably, because like if you play with the urgency quite well, they're gonna know like, okay, this is the time limited deal, it's not gonna last forever, so just kind of mention it and roll with it. For browse abandonment, you would pretty much, you could use the same structure, just have a bit different of a copy to be tailored to the stage where they're at. So instead of like talking about left cart or like items in the cart, you would talk about the browsed product they left, and then talk a bit more about the USPs. So I would do browse reminder plus mention Black Friday offer, right? This is like, probably that doesn't change. Like Black Friday offer is the more important thing. Email number two, instead of shop guarantees and shopping cost, you would talk about USPs or us versus them. Okay, because this is like still where they, want to know if it's even for them. Plus, actually, the most important thing would be main outcomes, right? So the main outcomes that the product is going to get them. Don't talk about benefits, talk about the outcomes. This is the concept I learned from Al Sultanic, and this is just amazing. Al Sultanic, sorry. So yeah, like he's a great marketer, and like kind of this is what he's preaching, and like it's working super well. So yeah, like just run it and it's gonna be insane. And then for email number three, what you wanna do is kind of instead of having urgency or like last call for the item, what you want to do is maybe add in some social proof, right? Some success stories. So either or, like don't do 5 reviews and then 6 for super long success story. It should be either or. So either you do as super like in-depth reviews, like let's say 3 of them, mentioning specific problems people are struggling with, or have one very long success story that is gonna take someone from point A to point Z, and again talk about outcomes quite a lot, so they're just gonna know what's going on. And yeah, then obviously mention your Black Friday offer as well. So these would be your pre-purchase flows. You could also roll with the side abandonment, but if I'm being completely honest with you, for the side abandonment flow, you could just have like one of your campaigns set up as the flow itself, and that will probably work as well. Now, cross-sell post-purchase is gonna be super important as well, because initially, like when someone buys from you for the first time, you want to sell them more as much as possible. And this flow will heavily depend on what kind of offer you're running, because if you're running, let's say, up to 50% off, then you can try and cross-sell them other complementary products. If you're running buy one get one, and let's say you're selling a supply of 2 months of a supplement, probably doesn't make sense to sell them the third month of the supplement, because they didn't even get to use the product. So usually you want to do complementary upsells, or if someone, let's say, maybe supplements are not the perfect example, but if someone bought some other product that can be replenished, like coffee is a great one, even cosmetics, I would say, then you can sell them more of the same product, okay? And you want to be pretty aggressive with this one, because again, if people are in the buying mode, this is the biggest sale of the year, so you kind of want to stay that as well. So email number one, if you can do it, I would do an extra offer for first time buyers like right away. So I would do either bundles or complementary upsells or cross sells, right? Um, and that would be your first time buyer's offer, right? This way, what you're doing is like obviously you're making more revenue and more profit as well, but you're also shortening the time between orders, because normally, let's say you would need to wait for someone for like 30 days, 40 days, maybe even 60 to make the second purchase. Now, if you do it right, it's gonna happen like even the same day. What I would do as well is have like 1 hour delay. Right, so instead of waiting like a few days to send the cross-sell email, I would bombard them right away. And I know this is quite controversial, because some people are like, hey, shouldn't I just kind of be happy that they bought in the first place and like not do anything? Not really. You want to really sell them as much as possible and really focus on the Black Friday offers. So the second email would be something like, you bought XYZ, others also love product number two, let's say, right? Plus it's on sale now. Okay, so this is for this email, you would take one of the products that is on sale within your Black Friday offering, and then you would talk about like why it's complementary to the other products. Again, if you don't want to do different splits based on singular SKUs or products purchased, you would still make a call to action for. So I'm gonna make it like an alternative, right? If you want to go like super broad, you would just talk about BFCM offers, urgency, what other people love. In this email, you could also like mention 3 to 5 bestsellers, right? Even if someone bought one of them, there's still gonna be 2 or 4 that they can take a look at and kind of buy, right? So this is gonna be alternative email, because the initial one is like in an ideal world you would have a custom email for all of your SKUs, or at least for all of your best selling SKUs, but I know it takes a lot of time and work. So this is going to be an alternative, where if you don't want to do specific SKU based emails, then you can run with this one, which is also going to do pretty well. And for the time delay, honestly, I would make it like 3 days, right? If your shipping takes longer, make it like 5, so I'm going to make it 3 to 5, but overall you want to act pretty fast. And email number three, this one should be, either triggered on the fulfilled product, or like when they received it, or just kind of, adjusted based on the shipping time to make sure that you're sending it when they already received the product. I'm gonna make for the time delay, probably like 2 to 3 days. Like I assume your shipping time is gonna be like, 5 days, maybe 2 days. Again, if your shipping time is 3 to 5 days, email number two is most likely gonna be received when people already got the product, like in their hands and they're using it. So this email will be sent later on for sure. And email number three will be like, hey, loving your ex, try out more of our products on sale now. Okay. And again, just talk about Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer. Now, email number four is gonna be optional. You don't need to do it, but if you want to, and if you want and can, because it's like another thing. If you have a lot of other products, you could, can potentially sell them more of. Then I would also run with this. And when I say sell more of them, that would be something that is replenishable. So, um, already seeing results of X, buy more and save now, or like stock up, buy more, stock up, something like this. Basically, what you want to do in this email is sell them more of the initial product they bought, okay? And this is gonna work great, because like ultimately Black Friday, like also all of these emails won't be fake urgency. Like at some point you will end Black Friday. So if you're playing a lot of urgency, this is completely fine. And again, just to like reiterate for the cross-sell post-purchase flow, the first email is gonna be an immediate cross-sell, which is a bounce back email. I would personally recommend doing some kind of bundles or anything that is like higher AOV, kind of like an upsell thing. For email number two, you would do like, hey, if you bought our main product, others also love the other product. Or if you want to be more generic, you can be like, hey, these are all of our Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers. Here are the top 5 items that our customers love. Check them out while, you can also save up to 50%. Then after they are, already using the product, you can be like, hey, if you're enjoying your supplement, make sure to maybe try other complementary supplements. If you tried something for insomnia, maybe try something for better morning, so like to wake up, refreshed and energized. Okay. And then email number 4 is gonna be, hey, if you already bought your insomnia supplement, buy more of that. You can already see it's working. You will need more of this. So instead of waiting and buying later on, kind of losing money because you will pay 2 times more for this, stock up now, save up to 50% or whatever offer you're running, and that's gonna shorten the time delays between the orders and just make you way more money during the November or Black Friday period. So these are really the main flows you need. Again, you can probably get more granular. You can add a bunch more other flows, but ultimately these are the main ones you're gonna want to have set up. And again, all of them should be done from scratch. You shouldn't be reusing your current flows. All of them should have short time delays, should be shorter as emails in general, and should be, I don't want to say like off brand, but a bit more flashy in terms of being flashy about the sale. So all of the emails should be pushing the sale pretty hard. And again, I know it's, some brands may be hesitant, but again, if someone lands on your website, you most likely will have an announcement bar or the slide banner on the homepage talking about Black Friday. So don't go and hide your Black Friday offer because people will land on your site and see it anyways. So you can as well just show them the offer in the email and then increase your click rate and increase your conversions. And again, all of these emails should be tailored only around your Black Friday offer. And yes, I know it's gonna be a lot of work if you're doing all of that from scratch. But again, this is what's needed to actually succeed and scale your store as much as possible in November, Q4, even Q1, to be honest, if you plan on running any kind of, custom offers and whatnot, to convert those Black Friday buyers into repeat buyers and like keep buying more and more. So yeah, this is what you really need to, have the best Black Friday ever. If you need some help with this, you can go to bfcmemailmarketing.com. It's going to be a site where you can take a look at how I can help you along with my team, execute all of that, do it all for you, or maybe even consult you on what exactly to do in each flow. Again, you can see that these are all up-to-date results where we're scaling brands to 7 figures per month. These ones are probably gonna get like for sure. This one may, but again, we'll be trying, year over year is looking very, very healthy as well. So again, if you're looking for a done for you solution for Black Friday, there's gonna be a link in the description down below. You can go ahead, click it. There's gonna be everything on the site, what we can do for you, how much it costs, literally everything. So just go ahead and check it out. If you then like done for you or like done with you or do it yourself help, there's also gonna be a bunch of options for you. So again, like I'm kind of just here to help you have the best Black Friday possible. And as you can see, we're already crushing it for multiple brands in October already, and November is just gonna be on another level. So again, if you need any help implementing all of these flows, you can go to bfcmmarketing.com. If not, you can go ahead and kind of implement all of them yourself. Just make sure you have them set up and they're running and you're gonna make tons of money. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.